What happens when success becomes too much? Can you still find peace when everything you built starts to feel like a burden? That's exactly what Luke Nichols, the creator of Outdoor Boys, is facing. At the height of his success, Luke made the shocking decision to step back. But why? Long before his YouTube fame, Luke Nichols was a lawyer. After working as a criminal defense attorney for nearly a decade, Luke decided to make a change.
I'm going to talk to you about 10 laws that every sportsman should be aware of. Now, many of you know I'm an avid fisherman, but what you might not know is I'm also a criminal and traffic defense attorney.
The long hours and emotional toll of legal work didn't align with the kind of family life he wanted, so he moved his family to the countryside and started focusing on what really mattered to him: his kids, his faith, and the outdoors. His journey into content creation began with a modest fishing channel called Catfish and Carp, where he shared his passion for fishing and the lessons he learned in nature.
Most important tips that you need to know to catch more catfish. Now, a lot of you guys will be a little bit cynical. You'll say, yeah, have a really expensive boat with fancy sonar. That's how you catch more catfish. No, guys. If you can't catch catfish on the bank, a fancy boat won't help you.
But it wasn't until 2015 that everything changed when Luke decided to start Outdoor Boys. Luke brought his wife, Rebecca, and their 3 sons along on his adventures, sharing moments that many of us take for granted, like camping in the wilderness, building shelters, and living off the land. Then something massive happened. In the blink of an eye, Outdoor Boys gained 12 million subscribers in just 18 months. The videos were blowing up, and suddenly, the Nichols family became well known in the YouTube community. And I think what really made Outdoor Boys stand out was how real it felt. Unlike a lot of YouTube content today, it's all about flashy edits and scripted stunts. Luke's channel had no money challenges, no stunts for views, no brand deals, and rarely featured collaborations. He even avoided sponsorships and product placements, keeping the focus entirely on the adventures themselves. He treated YouTube less like a career and more like a life journal, sharing genuine content that showed him as a father, husband, and survivalist, guiding his kids through life in the wilderness.
Give me kisses. I love you guys. Will you be good for mama?
Yes.
Good.
For me, and I think for some of you as well, we didn't tune in just for fishing and camping. We kept watching because when Luke and his kids were building log cabins or cooking over open fires, especially their honey butter bread or just hanging out in the wilderness, didn't you feel like you were right there with them? Like you were experiencing the journey together, living through the simplicity and beauty of family life in nature. But there was a problem. Luke's family, who once had the freedom to explore nature without interruption, suddenly found themselves at the center of a global stage. They were no longer just a family enjoying nature. They were public figures, and public figures can rarely escape the relentless demands of fame. They couldn't step out in public without being recognized, approached for photos, or even followed on camping trips. Fans eager to engage with the family they admired unintentionally crossed boundaries.
The sheer volume of fans trying to contact me, trying to take pictures with me, or just trying to come up and talk to me in public could be a bit overwhelming at times.
The very thing that had brought Luke joy, sharing his life with viewers, had now placed an immense strain on his privacy. And as the attention snowballed, Luke and his wife began to worry about how it might affect their kids and their ability to live a normal life.
Overwhelming at times. And my wife and I, we both have real concerns about what this will do to our family if I keep growing my YouTube channel at this pace. And the time to stop is before this problem gets so out of hand that my family and I can't live normal lives.
That's when the pressure started to build and fame became a prison. So Luke made the tough call to step away. It wasn't because he didn't enjoy it, but because his family came first. Luke isn't completely gone though. His oldest son, Tom, has started his own channel. And while all 3 of his boys are interested in YouTube, for now Luke's focused on helping Tom as he steps into it on his own.
And other things. And that's what I'm going to be doing. For one thing, I've got 3 little boys who all want to be YouTubers, including my oldest son, Tom, who's got his own channel, the Outdoor Tom YouTube channel, but I want to spend more time helping him with his channel.
Luke also mentioned he has a lot of half-finished videos, from travelogues to extreme camping trips, and if he ever decides to upload them, it'll be in one big drop at the end of the year. But for now, he's stepping back.
But all that being said, I have a lot of half-finished videos, including the homestead projects and some travel adventures and even some extreme camping trips I've been planning for the last 6 months.
However, this decision didn't sit well with everyone. On X, some people questioned why. If his main concern was protecting his family from fame, his son Tommy, who already had nearly 1 million subscribers, was still uploading content. They wondered why Luke would keep letting his kids be on YouTube if he was so worried about their privacy. But some fans were also reaching a bit too much when they blamed Luke's wife, saying she probably influenced his choice. Despite the criticism, a lot of people supported Luke's decision. Some even responded to the negative tweets with comments like, "If his fans are all like this, I see why he quit making content and is just going to enjoy what he does without recording it. And you are why he's quitting. This is gross." Other massive creators like Penguin Zero, XQC, Joe Bartolozzi, and even Mr. Beast also supported Luke's decision. In a video titled "Another Huge YouTuber Retirement," Charlie praised Luke for putting his family first, calling it an extremely admirable decision and something that takes a lot of strength.
So for him to come forward and say, you know what, we do have concerns about this, so for the interest of my family, I'm going to, call it here and, ride off into the sunset. I think that takes a lot of...
XQC also jumped in to defend Luke. In a reaction video, he shut down commenters who mocked Luke's mention of 10 billion total views.
He's not saying like, oh, dude, this is like a bad thing. He's combining views amounts total. Because if he said, guys, I've been viewed 10 billion times, people would say, not true, it's only 4 actually. Bro, it's a analytical step.
Calling them dumbasses for not understanding that the number included stolen content reposted on other platforms. Joe Bartolozzi also weighed in and acknowledged the weight of Luke's decision.
Imagine that was the okay. I know I'm making a little joke about this. If he wants to retire, he wants to retire. I'm not going to be mad about it.
He also pointed out that Luke had earned the right to step away, noting the channel's financial success and how stepping back could be just as much about helping his kids and enjoying life as it was about stress.
He's stepping away to help his kids and then also, genuinely probably just fucking retire.
On X, Mr. Beast said, "Good for him. To know what matters to him and stick to it is admirable. People don't realize how draining it can be to constantly be stared at and take photos out in public." Whether or not Luke returns to YouTube in the future, his influence is already baked into the culture of outdoor content. He showed that authenticity matters and that sometimes stepping back is the bravest move of all. But there's another kind of bravery that's a lot harder to find online: accountability. And for some creators, just saying sorry is where everything falls apart. Here's what happens when apologies go horribly wrong.